Chapter 31. Miko and I were on the football field all by our lonesomes. The coaches had generally given us a whole day to rest before the real kicker workouts were to begin. Miko still wanted to practice. It had been raining cats and dogs early but had stopped, so I went along with him. Besides, the girls' tennis team was playing their last game away, so it wasn't like I'd be missing with time with raining. I noticed Miko keep looking out to the street side of the field all during practice. Young said she might stop by, he finally admitted. He looked so glum, I felt bad for him. Don't sweat it, man, I said. She probably got held up and banned or something. They have to practice more now, too. Frankly, I didn't want to get involved. I mean, when they get married, I'll be the first to toast them. But keep me out of the messy details, please. Look, I added, Young never goes for ugly football players, so she must really like you. Not to mention that she is not supposed to date until college. That's nuts. That's nuts. Tell me about it. Rainy's parents have me over for dinner all the time, but then I have to be like, no, in fact, you can't come over. Or poor crack have a smile. See you sneaky. That what's right is relative, I said. I tossed him the ball, an easy spiral, but for some reason he dropped it. Somewhere in town a siren sounded. Then another more drowned out. Fire truck. Our pro said. Hope it's not Mom and Miss Knudsen, I said. The other day the two of them had been up to some culinary experiment that failed. And they made so much smoke. I thought the fire trucks were going to come. Luckily, Miss Knudsen thought to dump a box of baking soda on top of it. I'm feeling a little buzzed. Let's go home, Miko said suddenly. There was a smell of pot roast unborn in the house when I get home. Where's Young? Her shoes weren't by the door. She's out with Donna, Oma said. She should be home by 5:30. I went upstairs to put my stuff away. At 5:45, Oma joked about withholding dinner from Young, but she didn't return by 6 or 6:30. She was never late, always on the dot. And Miss Knudsen would say she always called. By 7 we knew something was wrong. Oma called Abuji and he came home from the store. We were all sitting silently in the living room. No one moved except Miss Knudsen, who was attempting to do some knitting but was strangling whatever it was she was making. The phone rang. We all fell over each other trying to get it. I won. It was Miss Leschke, Donna's mother, wondering if Donna was over here. No, she's not. John isn't back either. I barely whispered into the phone. As I hung up, I said a silent prayer. Please God, let John be all right. I know she's never late, but let her and Donna be out playing some stupid prank for once. That's all I ask. The doorbell rang. A man in police uniform was there. He said he was a Joe Scottbolt, chief of the Elm River Police. I let him in, stiffly formally. As tough he were a guest, and we were expecting him. My daughter, Homa said, half rising. My daughter John, do you know? Sometimes these things just come and you can't stop them. In between the words, your daughter Young and the rest of the sentence was killed. Hung the most ghastly silence I have ever experienced in my life. Someone was yelling, screaming. There was the sound of things breaking. Make them stop. I was thinking. I put my hands over my ears. Make it stop. It took 2 slaps from Nabaji to bring me back. When I opened my eyes, it was like observing a scene in a wax museum. Oma and Miss Knudsen were huddled motionless, together on the couch. The policeman stood with his eyes to the floor. Abuji paused, hand still raised. John was dead. She was not dead. She couldn't be dead. I'm going to contest display, I was thinking. Show me the instant replay. I'm going to contest display. I kept repeating that over and over and over. It was the only way I had of keeping my head from blowing apart into a million of pieces.